Hello, beautiful people. My name is Key, and I'm a technical marketing engineer for Humio. If you've yet to meet me personally or haven't seen me before, you wouldn't be aware that I have two baby boys who consistently need my attention. As a new parent, it was fundamental that I put an emphasis on addressing their needs. Now, of course, at the time when I started, I didn't know what those needs were, but I stumbled across an awesome psychological model that literally saved me from parental failure. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory in psychology that is made up of five tiers: sociological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and then you have self actualization at the top. Now, at the bottom, we see that the sociological needs are foundational and must be met successfully to execute the things above. Now, these needs can be things that are like air, food, shelter, warmth, the things you need every day. And believe it or not, incident response can even relate to this in a very similar fashion. Let's figure out how. As we did with Maslow's hierarchy, let's start from the bottom up. You may have a ton of assets that are key to the success of your business, right? And outside of the mental banks of your most seasoned specialists, you have to think about this. Like, are you confident in exactly what you need to protect? You have to find ways to take that inventory. In a world where your data could be traveling from your on-prem servers in the EU and maybe even an IoT device somewhere in the US, mapping what is ingested, it is a real task, right? Like, you have all of this data just flying around on-prem, in the cloud, wherever. So you have to make sure that you're able to satisfy your form of visibility, whatever that may be for you. You have to have visibility of your assets. You need that through telemetry. And when it comes to bad actors, they're becoming just as advanced as bleeding edge tech. As security solutions continue to mature, so do their methods of breaking into them. So, how do you currently detect unauthorized activity? How do you detect, just generally, how do you detect those things? And the last piece is context, context, context. I mean, when you think about logs, metrics, and other means of workload insight, it's great until you don't have context. You can have as many logs, as many metrics as you need, but if you don't know how to stitch it together, you just have a bunch of numbers, ones and others. So you need the ability to triage. Now, these four layers are synonymous to the lower portion of what Abraham Maslow delivered in his works. In IT security, this is the key to sustain life. But listen to this question: how do you begin to do more than simply survive? On March 3rd, you'll find out. Come and take a seat during session 4 of Humio's log management course for spring 22 to see a complete picture of the incident response hierarchy of needs, as well as ways to improve your ability to detect intrusions, manage threats, and determine the extent of an accident. During this session, you'll be guided by Dalton Center, who is the incident response team lead for Vigilant Security, and Simon Simonson, Humio's head of IT security at CrowdStrike. Now, as always, I'm excited to learn beside you, so sign up today by visiting humio.com. And I look forward to seeing you there. Be safe. Please be safe. Be blessed.